What's your favorite movie quote? I eat pieces of shit like you for breakfast. You eat pieces of shit for breakfast? They literally stopped me from eating foods that were shaped like dicks. No hot dogs. No popsicles. You know how many foods are shaped like dicks? The best kinds. How old are you? McLovin? Old enough. Old enough for what? To party. Gentlemen, you can't fight in here. This is the war room. Mein Führer. I can walk. Who are you? And how do you get in here? I'm the locksmith. And I'm a locksmith. This is quintessential Nielsen. Great joke. Perfect delivery. Strange women. Lying in ponds and disturbing swords is no system for a basis of government. If I went around saying I was an emperor just because some moistened bint lobbed a scimitar at me, they would put me away. Dishonor on you. Dishonor on your cow. I feel like the live action failed because this quote was not in it. When you're ugly and someone loves you, you know they love you for who you are. Beautiful people never know who to trust. It's such a funny line but also really thought-provoking. It's a genius line. I think I got it. But just in case, tell me the whole thing again, I wasn't listening. You can promise that I'll come back? No. And if you do, you will not be the same. Still gives me chills. Honestly, out of all the Hobbit quotes, this one from the movie, not the book, gives me the greatest swelling of emotions. Galadriel, Mithrandir. Why the halfling? Gandalf, Saruman believes it is only great power that can hold evil in check. But that is not what I have found. I found it is the small everyday deeds of ordinary folk that keep the darkness at bay. Small acts of kindness and love. Why Bilbo Baggins? I don't know. Perhaps because I am afraid. And he gives me courage. A hero would sacrifice you for the world, but a villain would sacrifice the world for you. What film? He starts monologuing, he starts this prepared speech about how feeble I am to him. How my defeat is inevitable. And the world will soon be his. Yada yada yada. He's yammering, I mean the guy has me on a platter. And he won't shut up. It's 106 miles to Chicago. We've got a full tank of gas. Half a pack of cigarettes. It's dark. And we're wearing sunglasses. Hit it. I hate Illinois Nazis. 'Tis but a scratch. A scratch? Your whole arm's off. No, it's not. I am serious, and don't call me Shirley. It's a big building with lots of doctors and patients. But that's not important right now. Dot. There's a sale at Penny's. I'll stop now and just go watch the movie. It's all wrong. By rights we shouldn't even be here. But we are. It's like in the great stories, Mr. Frodo. The ones that really mattered. Full of darkness and danger they were. And sometimes you didn't want to know the end. Because how could the end be happy? How could the world go back to the way it was when so much bad happened? But in the end, it's only a passing thing. This shadow. Even darkness must pass. A new day will come. And when the sun shines, it will shine out the clearer. Those were the stories that stayed with you. That meant something. Even if you were too small to understand why. But I think, Mr. Frodo, I do understand. I know now. Folk in those stories had lots of chances of turning back, only they didn't. Because they were holding on to something. Mine will forever be Gandalf to Frodo. I wish it need not have happened in my time. Said Frodo. So do I. Said Gandalf. And so do all who live to see such times. But it is not for them to decide. All we have to decide is what to do with the time that is given to us. Well, that's just like your opinion, man. Try not to suck any dick walking through the parking lot. There is an idea of a Patrick Bateman. Some kind of abstraction. But there is no real me. Only an entity. Something illusory. And though I can hide my cold gaze, and you can shake my hand and feel flesh gripping yours, and maybe you can even sense our lifestyles are probably comparable, I simply am not there. Oh my god. Patrick? Is that you? No. Louis. It's not me. You're mistaken. Those of you lucky enough to still have their lives, take them with you. However, leave the limbs you've lost. They belong to me now. Except you. Sophie, you stay right where you are. Beneath this mask there is more than flesh. Beneath this mask there is an idea. Mr. Creedy. And ideas are bulletproof. People should not be afraid of their government. Governments should be afraid of their people. This is some serious gourmet shit. I shot Marvin in the face. I need your clothes, your boots, and your motorcycle. https YouTube.com watch v equals hz45 root 2xty0. I've seen things you people wouldn't believe. Attack ships on fire off the shoulder of Orion. I watched sea beams glitter in the dark near the Tannhäuser Gate. All those moments will be lost in time. Like tears in rain. Time to die. The light that burns twice as bright burns half as long. And you have burned so very, very brightly. Are you not entertained? My name is Maximus Decimus Meridius. Commander of the armies of the North. General of the Felix legions and loyal servant to the true emperor. Marcus Aurelius. Father to a murdered son. Husband to a murdered wife. And I will have my vengeance. In this life or the next. Get busy living. Or get busy dying. For England, James. Number. For me. Easily in my top 20 Sean Bean deaths. Back off, man. I'm a scientist. I collect spores, mold, and fungus. Some motherfuckers are always trying to ice skate uphill. Blade best quote ever. The path of the righteous man is beset on all sides by the iniquities of the selfish and the tyranny of evil men. That's some cold-blooded shit to say to a motherfucker before you pop a cap in his ass. Hello. My name is Inigo Montoya. You killed my father. Prepare to die. How to introduce yourself. Polite greeting. Name. Relevant personal link. Manage expectations. When you have to shoot. Shoot. Don't talk. You see. In this world there's two kinds of people. My friend, those with loaded guns. And those who dig. You dig. Do it again. I'll stab you in the face with a soldering iron. I'm dishonest. And a dishonest man you can always trust to be dishonest. Honestly. It's the honest ones you want to watch out for. Because you can never predict when they are going to do something incredibly stupid. Captain Jack Sparrow. Will Turner, you didn't beat me. You ignored the rules of engagement. In a fair fight, I'd kill you. Jack Sparrow, that's not much incentive for me to fight fair. Then. Is it? Crawled through a river of shit and came out clean on the other side. Shawshank Redemption. The most confident ballsy Sunuva bitch Doc Holliday. Why? Johnny Ringo. You look like somebody just walked over your grave. Really think about how fucking cold that shit is knowing they're about to have a quick draw to the death gunfight. Edit. I love everybody in this thread. Are you sick too? No. I'm in my prime. They've done studies, you know. 60% of the time. It works every time. I'll be honest. That smells like straight gasoline. Life moves pretty fast. If you don't stop and look around once in a while, you could miss it. Roads? Where we're going we don't need roads. He's not the Messiah, he's a very naughty boy. What's this? Then? Romains und Domus? People called Romains. They go. The house. I don't remember asking you a goddamn thing. Pulp Fiction. That's some serious gourmet shit. What you've just said is one of the most insanely idiotic things I have ever heard. At no point in your rambling, incoherent response were you even close to anything that could be considered a rational thought. Everyone in this room is now dumber for having listened to it. I award you no points. And may God have mercy on your soul. https://yahoo b/5 But this goes up to 11. There really was a son Hubbins? Oh yes. What was he the son of? He was the patron son of quality footwear. Removed. I don't recall that line, but I knew it must have been the Vasquez from Aliens 'cause of the raw power in that comeback. Why do we fall, sir? So that we can learn to pick ourselves up. Alfred Pennyworth. You're gonna stand there, owning a fireworks stand, and tell me you don't have no whistling bungholes, no spleen splitters, whisker biscuits, honky lighters, hooska-doos, hooska-don'ts, cherry bombs, nipsey daisers, with or without a scooter stick, Or one single whistling kitty chaser? I came to kick ass and chew bubble gum. And I'm all out of gum. Rest well and dream of large women. Life is pain. Highness. Anyone who says differently is selling something. I'm as mad as hell and I'm not going to take it anymore. Listen, do you smell something? You ever work in the private sector? They expect results. My Phil spent his career in government work. He says that line got quoted often at work. He treats objects like women. Man. Do or do not. There is no try. I don't believe it. And that is why you fail. A person is smart. People are dumb. Panicky. Dangerous animals, and you know it. Do you think God stays in heaven because he, too, lives in fear of what he's created here on earth? Can't believe that line was in fucking Spy Kids. It deserves to be in a better movie. Excuse me while I whip this out. You must find us a shrubbery. English Mathafua, do you speak it? Gelato isn't vegan. Milk and eggs. Bitch. When some wild-eyed, 8-foot-tall maniac grabs your neck, taps the back of your favorite head up against the barroom wall, and he looks you crooked in the eye and he asks you if you're paid your dues, you just stare that big sucker right back in the eye. And you remember what old Jack Burton always says at a time like that: have you paid your dues, Jack? Yes, the check is in the mail. I guess it comes down to a simple choice. Really. Get busy living. Or get busy dying. 'Tis the season. Hey, if any of you are looking for any last-minute gift ideas for me, I have one. I'd like Frank Shirley, my boss, right here tonight. I want him brought from his happy holiday slumber over there on Melody Lane with all the other rich people, and I want him brought right here, with a big ribbon on his head. And I want to look him straight in the eye and I want to tell him what a cheap, lying, no good, rotten, four-flashing, low-life, snake-licking, dirt-eating, inbred, overstuffed, ignorant, blood-sucking, dog-kissing, brainless, dickless, hopeless, heartless, fat-ass, bug-eyed, stiff-legged, spotty-lipped, worm-headed sack of monkey shit he is. Hallelujah, holy shit, where's the Tylenol? Shit is full. Keep the change, you filthy animal. Your best. Losers always whine about their best. Winners go home and fuck the prom queen. Carla was the prom queen. Your best. Losers always whine about their best. Winners go home and fuck the prom queen. You can't handle the truth. It is possible to commit no mistakes and still lose. That is not a weakness. That is life. Jean-Luc Picard. No matter where you go, there you are. I kick ass for the Lord. It's not who you are underneath. It's what you do that defines you. Whoa. Keanu Reeves in more than one movie. See Bob, it's not that I'm lazy. It's just that I don't care. I remember saying bring it back in One Piece. Not bring back One Piece, Q Inspector. I take Quaaludes 10-15 times a day for my back pain. Adderall to stay focused. Xanax to take the edge off. Pot to mellow me out. Cocaine to wake me back up again. And morphine. Well, because it's awesome. Alrighty then. Anything from Holy Grail I can reference. Every time. Collecting dishes around the house. Bring out your dish, we just built a new house on somewhat swampy land. That's been good for quotes for over a year. See a nice shrubbery? No one appreciates it like my family. Counting to 3. 5 is right out. What's a dazzling urbanite like you doing in a rustic setting like this? Or, from the same movie. You've got to remember that these are just simple farmers. These are people of the land. The common clay of the New West. You know. Morons. Somebody's gotta go back and get a shitload of dimes. Groovy. What we've got here is a failure to communicate. Edit, spelling. Hey everybody. We're all gonna get laid. I love how the line comes out of nowhere. As if they were just like we need a line to button the scene movie. A real, yay good guys win moment. Rodney. Any ideas? Fuck 'em if they can't take a joke. Why the fuck would it be between that or Mohammed? Superb in regard to the McLovin scene. All we have to decide is what to do with the time that is given to us. Sir, you are a cowardly son of a bitch who just shot an unarmed man. He should have armed himself if he's gonna decorate his saloon with my friend. You'd be William Money. Out of Missouri. Killer of women and children. That's right. I've killed women and children. Killed just about everything that walks or crawled at one time or another. And I'm here to kill you, Lil Bill. For what you did to Ned. I'm your Huckleberry. I was just playing about. I wasn't. A small price to pay for salvation. I will tear this universe down to its last atoms, and with the stones you've collected for me, build a new one. Teeming with life. Honestly, they got Thanos very right in those films. Recently rewatched Apocalypse Now on Netflix. The entire ending scene is my favorite move quote. Charlie don't surf. Life finds a way, Jurassic Park. That's a lot of nuts. You want fries with that, baby? Got? Is that it? Got? Well, I tell ya. Let me give you a little inside information about God. God likes to watch. He's a prankster. Think about it. He gives man instincts. He gives you this extraordinary gift, and then what does he do? I swear. For his own amusement. His own private cosmic gag reel. He sets the rules in opposition. It's the goof of all time. Look. But don't touch. Touch. But don't taste. Taste. Don't swallow. And while you're jumping from one foot to the next, what is he doing? He's laughing his sick fucking ass off. He's a tight ass. He's a sadist. He's an absentee landlord. Worship that? Never. That's so familiar. Is it Pacino? Don't remember the exact quote, but it's from Tommy Boy. Fat man in a little coat. Fat man in a little coat. Fat man in a rips coat. Dot. Little coat. Meanwhile, you two were standing around finger popping each other's assholes minus 21 Jump Street. 21 plus 22 Jump Street are so freaking funny. Love those movies. One of the rare comedies where I prefer the sequel over the first one. Even though I like both. All the time you spend trying to get back what's been took from you, there's more going out the door. After a while you just try and get a tourniquet on it. Gargly roaring sounds. Chewbacca. The fucking Catalina wine mixer. And now you understand. Anything goes wrong. Anything at all. Your fault. My fault. Nobody's fault. It won't matter. I'm gonna blow your head off. No matter what else happens. No matter who gets killed, I'm gonna blow your head off. My favorite John Wayne movie. I thought you was dead. No pleasure. No rapture. No exquisites and greater than Central Air. So. You were an artist, big deal. Elvis was an artist, but that didn't stop him from joining the service in time of war. And that's why he's the king and you're schmuck. Brothers don't shake hands, brothers gotta hug. There are over 550 million firearms in worldwide circulation. That's one firearm for every 12 people on the planet. The only question is, how do we arm the other 11? So uncivilized. Or, the ability to speak does not make you intelligent. Indiana. Let it go. That's his name, Henry Jones, Jr. You're an inanimate fucking object. You retract that bit about my cunt fucking kids. She turned me into a newt. I got better. You may be wondering why the red suit. Well, that's so bad guys can't see me bleed. That guy has the right idea. He wore the brown pants. Layers, onions have layers, ogres have layers, onions have layers. You get it? We both have layers. Fuck you. Fuck you. Fuck you. You're cool. Do you think God hides in heaven because he too is afraid of what he created? Forget it, Jake. It's Chinatown. He hid it. In the one place he knew he could hide something, his ass. As far back as I can remember, I always wanted to be a gangster. Where's the money, Lebowski? It's up. Up. It's down there somewhere. Let me take another look. Big gulps, huh? Look, lady. I only speak 2 languages. English and bad English. Yippee-ki-yay, Mr. Falcon. When I pick up my kids get and losers. We're going shopping home wherever. I have to remind myself that some birds aren't meant to be caged. Their feathers are just too bright. And when they fly away, the part of you that knows it was a sin to lock them up does rejoice. Still, the place you live in is that much more drab and empty that they're gone. Army General, looks like we got a broken arrow. Terrified lackey, broken arrow? What's that? General, that's what we call it when we lose a nuclear weapon. Lackey, I'm not sure what's more troubling, the fact that you lost the weapon, or the fact it happens often enough that you actually have a term for it. Classic. Arise. Arise. Riders of Theoden. Fell deeds awake. Fire and slaughter. Spear shall be shaken. Shield be splintered. A sword day. A red day. Ere the sun rises. Ride now. Ride now, ride to Gondor. Hey laser lips. Your mama was a snowblower. Why don't you make like a tree? And get the fuck outta here.